My name is Rhapsody. I am sick at the moment, so there's only going to be one video today, and I'm going to sound slightly different. Excuse me. That was supposed to just be clearing my throat, and then it became a cough. Almost as if to underscore the point. All right. What are we going to do here? Video games? I think we're playing a video game. What's this one called? Fortnite. Ah, interesting. I've heard a lot about this. Necrobinder. I could hit the fishing rod, right? Upgrade one card on this line, but then it's a 3 elite, 3 upgrades, so like it's an early. That's like strictly less upgrades than Meow's Talisman offers me, and probably on the same targets as well. I could go Hefty Tablet, but the problem is I feel like going Hefty Tablet and then barreling down that midline, which is definitely the path of definite, like, most value. I'm gonna have to keep a button on the finger on the cough button this entire episode. If I want to go down that line, I feel like taking the Hefty Tablet and then just hitting something that's like highly synergistic and not particularly independently good. And like, let's have a quick look at the old rare set for Necrobinder. In terms of things that are independently good that you pick up. The hell? Oh, that's going to be a co-op card. In terms of things that are independently good when you pick them up by themselves, not really hang. I mean, like, you know, it's better than Strike. It doesn't clear your fights that quickly, though. Misery, not really. I mean, again, they're good cards. I'm not saying they're not good cards. I'm just saying, are they independently good when you pick them up? Or do you maybe need debuffs for Misery to work, and maybe need Draw for Hang to work? Scythe, you need time for it to work, actually. Eradicate, that's independently good when you pick it up. Squeeze isn't. 30 damage for 3 is a bad return, but it does then give you a lot of direction afterwards. Undeath is. Transfigure, I'm going to say it is. Just because you can just gradually upgrade your deck by playing it. Call of the Void, just get a bunch of new cards. You don't have to do anything to make that good, that's just giving you card advantage. Yeah, End of Days? Yeah, there's definitely some absolute misses in there. I feel compelled to go for the Meow's Talisman. This represents one upgrade in the early game that I could have taken. And then these two are half of another. The pace of upgrade, to me, is interesting. Like, no, a strike and a defend is going to be better in almost all circumstances. Because realistically, it's not, you know, what do I do when I get to the end of this line? It's how do I survive this line? Because if I survive this line, I'm coming out the end powerful. So let's just gear towards surviving it with the Meow's Talisman. Try not to breathe unnecessarily. That's not essential, right? It's one of the auxiliary functions. An auxiliary means not necessary. Same as essential and ancillary. Drain power actually upgrades the power of the deck quite quickly. I've been playing a little off camera. Very impressed with this card. Look at it upgrade 2 more cards in the deck. Oh, what good cards they are now. It's like having 3 strength or 3 decks, just very specifically to only a certain subset of cards. Chalk one up for the good guys. I managed to mute that sniffle. What's going on in this deck? Invoke, Rattle, So. I kind of just want to take a So. Give me some AoE. Especially because these are going to be tier 2 fights. And if I don't have AoE before them, I become sad. I'd rather retain the So than get 1 more damage this turn. Unleash. Drain power. Damn. All the cards in wrong positions in that deck. Took a lot more damage there than I wanted to. Whole aggro, Reap, and Grave Blast. I'm not against taking a Reap here just to have a big damage card in the deck. Ooh, Shockwave. Shockwave is good. Shockwave does a lot of debuffs, actually. Kind of feel like I want to set up killing the Strangle line in the back line faster, but the front line, you gain strength, don't you? So you're gonna be annoying if I leave you for too long. Alright, Shockwave, then defend. And then I gotta drop Reaper on one of you. There we go. Hold up. Can I do that without the Reaper? I can do that without the Reaper, can't I? If I can do it without the Reaper, I can even get some free upgrades. Okay, unfortunately I'm going to be taking 6 damage by ending this turn, but I don't really have a choice in that matter. The Constrict won't be dealt to Osti because it's not attack damage. That sucks. I really needed to be stronger in that fight. Like, literally, that took like 20 health. The next one's going to be... Even if the next one's not a nightmare, like... It doesn't set us up well to be able to take this line. It's 18. That sucks. This sucks. Double Nibbit this early. Alright, cool. Well, I hope our next Meow's reward is an interesting run setup as well. I'm actually fully sincere about that. Alright, 16 incoming. I'm one short of killing you. I'm going to use an attack potion to force the kill this turn then. Grand. 1, 2. Beautiful. Can I live versus one Nibbit? Osti had an attack there that I should have thrown. Thankfully it doesn't matter. Actually, I was justified not doing it for style points. It was intentional as well. Invoke. We also took... Was it 0 damage in that fight? I mean, it did cost us a potion, to be fair. It would have been 16 damage without it. 1 damage. Alright. I feel like the extra turns of Weaken and Vulnerability are going to be pretty important in all of the upcoming elites. I feel like the extra damage on Reap is going to be pretty important in all of the upcoming elites. But I also feel like I probably die to this elite unless I rest, so... Let's start there. Drain power to upgrade some defense in the deck. Hey, that's that Shockwave for us. Good turn for it as well. Took only 1 damage to the Osti. Strike, Invoke, Bodyguard. Then I can share the fate with you. Chalk up another win. That was a sneeze off camera. And you didn't even know. You were blessedly unaware the entire time. Uh, 6, 8. I mean, damn, we did have the damage for that. All right. That was no potions. We got out of that fight with only taking the hit from turn 1. Oh, no, wait, we healed. Okay, never mind. That took 20 damage. That makes sense. I was like, how the hell did I get out of that easily? Well, see, here's the thing now, though. If I just keep resting at each of these, I should probably just cut out the midline elite. If I keep resting at each of these, I'm going to come out the end without any power to speak of. I'm going to take a Veil Piercer to set up the ability to play the Domain that I'm going to get later in this run. Sparkling Rouge. Cool. Let's get some extra turns on that shockwave. I'd rather not die, actually. And for that same reason, I'll rest here before the elite, because I'm going to be resting in one of these two locations anyway, so it may as well be the earlier one. Just in case it's relevant. I'll drop a big reap on you. I mean, it's a free turn to do so. Double defend, drain power, perhaps? We're going to be taking some damage, though. And I suspect this is probably going to be the fight that kills us, to be fair. Alright. Let's invoke, strike, and unleash some stuff. I'm not going to debuff myself with Shed Fate until I've killed this form of the enemy. 1, 2, and then I got a sow for you. Alright. Enough damage to take out both of those. Unfortunately, I got to take 9 damage direct. But none of the enemies hit me that turn. That was nice. Got 11 for the back line, and we're all good. Looks like we're going to be sliding out of here with that. There's our last damage taken. Lucky Fish, Scourge, Pull, Aggro, and Necromastery. I mean, look, I don't really have much support for Necromastery, but there's no great reason not to take it either. And I'm going to have to heal again here to have even a chance against the Ceremonial Beast. We don't have an upgraded bodyguard. We don't have any other summon cards in the deck. We've got our debuff and another debuff, but this enemy scales. Like, it is going to be a tough fight. I'm going to transform a strike, looking for something better than that. I don't think 30 health in this deck is getting us through this fight, unfortunately. We managed to take 2 elites, but I was really, perhaps overestimating the amount of power that I was going to get out of taking that line. Because, like, this in particular, I mean, that went about as badly as it could have. Strangler and the friend there. If I took less damage in that fight and was able to hit this upgrade for Shockwave and start rolling forward with that, Adonis wasn't that bad. And we had Shockwave active by the end of it. So it wouldn't really have changed the Adonis fight. But it would have given us another upgrade position earlier, maybe. I don't know how that would have affected everything. Frog Parasite went okay. Yeah, 20 damage to a first floor elite is kind of what you typically expect. So what's that mean? That means I saw this line, I recognized there was 60 damage on the line, and I was just like, I don't know. 5 fights in a shop is going to set me up for that, rather than making me weaker. I might not make that same decision next time. I might, though. So, you know, keep them guessing. I'd love to share a fate with this Ceremonial Beast. Wherever you're going, bring me with you. But I don't really think I need to take the strength debuff at the moment. In fact, I think I might need to not to. It was nice to play Invoke. Can I play it again? 18... 42... Okay, I'm short of breaking you with just that. Enemy's still vulnerable, though. Alright, I can go for it here. Because I'm certainly not in the mood to take another 17 damage. Unleash is going to be a pretty good aggressive turn next turn. Because we get Unleash, Rattle hitting twice, because Unleash triggers it. And then an upgrade here. To be fair, I wouldn't be entirely surprised if it died this turn. I don't, actually. I do 71 damage. I would just have to secure lethal next turn, but I think that's actually pretty easy. Damn, I get off this floor. I did not think that was going to happen. You heard, I started the retrospective. I already started telling you why I lost the run. Anyway, turns out I didn't lose. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna click this button. Fix the issue. Maybe I should go sentry mode, actually. At the start of your turn, add 1 sweeping gaze into your hand. I always find that's way too slow and way too much setup. And that's definitely not what this deck needs. Why did I want to do that in the first place? I'm going to click Eradicate. That seems like a good card. Ooh. Well, that intrigues, though. Very hot Cocoa. Started combat with 4 extra energy. There's certainly things that we can use that extra energy on in the first turn. I can't guarantee Eradicate will be there, but it'd be useful. Big Hug, though. Cut 2 strikes, 2 defends out of the deck. Obviously, leave the strike that we upgraded with Niao's Talisman because it's such a good... I'm not even being sarcastic here. It's pretty good. It's getting worse if I rely more on Shared Fate, but Eradicate is pushing a little against that as well. I feel like Shared Fate is only something I play in a very specific fight where it's very specifically relevant. Like, I played against the Queen. I played against Entomancer on this floor. I played in those circumstances. I don't just randomly play it against a section of the Decimillipede, though. I mean, like, if I really want to live that max value life, it's over here. That's the max value life. Look at that 4 elite line. 4 elite, 2 rest. Why the hell do I think I'm going to survive that? There's a 3 elite, early shop, late enemy. There's a great line available here. And I'm looking directly at that line and deciding, nope, I want the one that sucks. I want the one that's gonna kill this run. Is that really what I'm deciding? I have to say it out loud to myself before my brain is like, yeah, okay, I can go away from that many question marks. Shucks. Oh, dang. I mean, like, this is a deck that has no plan to kill Decimillipede, and I'm planning to go for 3 elites from the... Okay. Cool. I'm glad I talked to myself out of that. Let's get a big hug here. Ideally, we don't want to psych this deck too many times. Which I guess psych is now the fun, short, new way that I say cycle. I've been writing my psych to work recently, actually. I mean, they're not particularly keen on carrying me the whole way, but, like, having a psychologist at work is really handy, so... Works for me. I'm going to drop a 42 on you so that I can keep the Eradicate in hand to try and kill you on a later turn. Ideally, a turn that I've invoked beforehand. Oh, look, an invoke. Interesting. I wonder if I'll be able to utilize that in some interesting way, such as to get Eradicate to do a stupid amount of damage. Ooh, Sleight of Flesh is pretty interesting here. So Sleight of Flesh basically says, if you draw me before Shockwave and then put me on the board, deal 26 damage to all enemies. Otherwise, deal none. So that's really interesting and a thing that I should definitely ignore. Oh. I feel like I have to click the shovel just in case I see something like, you know, the miniature tent or something later on. Like, you never want to need the shovel, not have the shovel. I don't want to be in that position. Alright, they pierced the veil. How dare they? I'm gonna invoke, drain some power, and strike. Now, the beautiful thing about that is the enemy is going to be dropping down to the ground when they are struck 5 times next. And I'm currently holding a Eradicate that'll do that by itself. Ooh, but I can actually do it faster than that. Unleash, double on Rattle, and then I can even play the Eradicate for 2, allowing me to drop out of Bodyguard first. Oh, that's not going to be relevant. Could we just drop Reap for the kill next turn? Hold up. Wait, what? You know what? Let's actually analyze this screen for a sec. Take back my stolen card. That Veil Piercer that literally doesn't help me play anything in this entire deck at the moment. No. Friendship. Lose a strength, gain an energy at the start of each turn. 1 strength? I can trade 1 strength. I mean, is that energy more important for me or is that strength? I feel that energy is more important for me. I feel like, you know, extra damage from Eradicate, playing Reap and something else, playing Invoke more comfortably. I feel like all of that justifies it. I don't think I need the Veil Piercer. I really didn't want this one to be a fight, alas. Boy. I'm gonna drop all the defense I can on that field. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough. Oh, there's no defense in the sand. Did I cut? Did I cut? Oh my god, I literally don't have defense in this deck. Okay, I can see how there's no defense in the sand. That makes sense, given that there's no defense in this deck. I'd actually be a little confused where it came from. Okay. Well, I can see the problems that I should fix with this deck, but I can also see that it's possible I'm not going to have time. Great. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm going to cut us down to take 9 damage this turn. Good lord. I really did not think about. Oh well. I'm going to take out that enemy. We get the Entropic Brew. I'm going to take Enfeebling Touch because it reduces the enemy's damage and important... Oh my god, this guy's going to kill us. D-E-D dead. Here's my plan for surviving this fight. I'm going to Beetlejuice this bad boy. I'm going to Entropic Brew. And then I'm going to cry. Those, hang on, let me... I'm sure I can well up a tear if I try. Boy. Yeah, look, I'm going to throw that 20 at you. Take 5 as a result of that, but then I get to kill you with the Eradicate next turn. I really do feel like guaranteeing that fight ends as quickly as possible is essential. I needed that to fight yesterday. I'll take it today, though. I would love to be digging. Anyway, I'm gonna rest. Oh, one of my favorite events. I give up so much HP in order to get draw. Anyway, I'll be extracting Nectar directly, thank you. Hey, Red Mask. At the start of combat, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Pretty good. I'm gonna rest again, because I don't have defense, so my current defense is my HP pool. I'm gonna look at 1 of 5 cards, because 1 of 5 is more likely to find me a defend card than the other. There we go. Look at a Grey Warden. Look at me defending. Oh, practically think I've got a bunch of defense in this deck. Look at that. I gotta fight an elite in order to get my way out of here. I think I'm probably better prepared if I hit that shop, though. I feel much worse about my decision in retrospectum. Let's drop that shockwave. Oh boy. Let's enfeeble you with a touch. I really need more energy than this. I really don't think Shared Fate goes down this turn, though. Not thrilled about being weakened. So did I lose my enfeebling? No, I didn't lose my enfeebling. I still got it. 13, no. Alright, I'm going to drop Bodyguard and then Seal Fade on the back line. So, Unleash takes out one of you. I'll Invoke. This is... I mean, look, this is going to work, but it shouldn't. Vulnerable... Fear, delay is, it's the answer to all of our questions. It's block that gives us energy, that gives us block. Death's Door, I don't apply Doom to enemies, so Death's Door is not relevant to us. Omni Slice is nice AoE. Do I really want to get AoE right now? Am I about the... I mean, God, I'm probably about to run into the Decimillipede. It's just this card sucks when I give myself less strength. A thing that I do constantly. I'm just going to take a negative pulse and then remove, Yeah, here's the interesting thing. I got to figure out what to remove. I'm almost leaning towards Shared Fate. I feel like I don't play it in... Unless the next fight is Entomancer, in which case Shared Fate is actually one of the best cards in my deck, and I should never cut it. I'm going to cut Drain Power. As I upgrade more of the cards in this deck, it's less and less powerful. Okay, very glad I kept the card I did. Let's keep you weak. Can't have you getting too strong. Got a delay. I'll share some fate with you as well. Oh man, you also have Enfeebling Touch in this deck. I'm so well prepared for this fight. I mean, I'm never going to hit you. I don't have to hit you to win the game, do I? Oh, that's going to be embarrassing. Start your vulnerability now. I think it's Unleash Rattle. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Delay. Throw that down. One big reap. I got a 13 by 5 on you. And perfect. You died at the Doom afterwards. It was either going to be that or it was going to be the Sow and the Fire Potion next turn. Tiny Mailbox. Whenever you rest, add 2 potions. Scourge. Already upgraded. Apply 16 Doom and draw 2 cards. I really don't feel like I need the additional card draw. Whenever you draw an Ethereal card, draw an additional card is pretty good when you've got Enfeebling Touch and Defy and you want, like, big hands. I feel like just playing that would be really good for us. It's like draw an additional card every other turn. Maybe that's actually not enough. To justify a slot, that is. Yeah, this one's gonna suck as well. What do I do? I really need that delay upgraded yesterday. Oh, I want the miniature tent, please. Oh, okay. Just making sure. Just making sure. I thought I hadn't turned my mute button off and that I'd been muted this whole episode. That's not the case. Or at least if it is, I don't know that yet. Damn, I didn't think it was going to be this turn, but it feels like this might be the defending turn with the skill part. Oh, yikes. Not what I was looking for. I'm going to throw down a Capture Spirit just to get some additional draw cycling in this deck. Yeah, yikes. I was really hoping to be defending this turn with some defend cards. Hell, I would have been chill with just one. Everyone's vulnerable forever. That's nice. One problem next turn is I need to turn around or rocket's going to be an issue. I mean, I'd love to do something other than just keep defending, but I really don't have the survivability to go on the offense knowing how long this fight will be. New deck cycle? Sure. Oh, the new deck cycle is bad. I forgot about that. Because of the so that I add in there. I'm starting to get towards slightly defensible. All I gotta do is stay the course. Everyone's taking a bunch of damage. That's what we like. Enfeebling touch over there. I will delay before we get into the news cycle, which means we have another delay in the news cycle. Incredible news for us. The soot stacking up in the deck aren't great, and I would love to be dealing damage to someone. Just doesn't seem like that's in the cards, so I'm just going to continue dirtling. I really feel like Enfeebling touch is going to be essential to retain in this deck, so I'm going to have to play it. My goal is to get down to the point where I'm playing basically invoke and delay every other turn. Oh, this sucks. Righty's about to do Rocket, and also they run out of Weaken exactly that turn. I'm going to invoke and then eradicate just to turn around. Bunch of AoE damage there. That's got to be said. That definitely did AoE damage. Oh boy. Is there a chance here, or am I fighting upstream? Upstream, you say? Interesting. $15-12, yeah, I'm alive by the barest of margins. Yeah, this deck has a lot of value pieces, but it has no scaling at all. Like, the scaling is literally just I hope to beat you before my shockwave runs out, and I hope that, one-tricking you effectively with invoke and delay sets up a giant eradicate that can finish the fight for us. Friendship as well for the same. But if I have to spend all of my turn drawing and defending in order to not die, it's really difficult to play Eradicate, and it's even more difficult for it to matter. I want to do a post-mortem, a biopsy, autopsy, an aut-mortem, an aut-biobi. Oh, hang on. Am I still alive? Am I still alive? No. All right, so let's check that the aut-biobi. I guess it's actually archaeology in this instance. Anyway, I want to see. Let's have a look at that timeline. Let's have a look at where we could have made the most impactful difference there. Scourge Plus, like just slotting that in every couple turns would have made the kill a bit smoother, but I don't think it was really primarily the issue. I think we had enough energy to play the things that we needed. We just needed to. No, it's not that we had enough energy to play the things we needed. It was. that we had to almost singularly focus on defense in order to accomplish enough defense to continue surviving, and that had no plan to win, just to continue surviving. It did really well at the Entomancer, but as predicted, it's really bad at AoE, and that's the Kaiser Crab fight. AoE fight, as it turns out. I don't think Omni Slice would have made a lick of difference there. I mean, you know, we would have seen the card a bunch of times, but it wouldn't have really have done that much. Should it have been Sleight of Flesh? I really didn't apply that many debuffs, so I don't think it should have been. I do think Delay and Grave Warden were correct in those instances. I do think pretty much all of those pathings were probably correct. Lethality. Unfortunately, I really needed the Defy there. So really, the option is realize that I needed defense much earlier than I did and get the defense appropriately. Like, maybe this could have been Pull Aggro, because Necromastery did nothing the entire run. And Pull Aggro, while not an especially good defense card, is a defensive card. So I think that's definitely one of the choices that I would have made differently, which would have made it much easier to then look at this choice with the Spiny Toad and the Defy and go, no, I need Lethality. Because Lethality is really what sets up the Eradicate combo. I get this upgraded, I play Lethality, 75% additional damage, I have vulnerability on the enemy and additional energy, and then I just I've stacked a bunch of multipliers and I explode the enemy. So it was diagnosing that we were light on defense earlier on the first floor and solving that earlier. Now, Pull Aggro was offered to us a couple of times. I do think I probably still feel like Invoke is appropriate at that point in time. Definitely the Shockwave there. Reap was useful, but I was offered Pull Aggro enough... Wow, that was big plosive there, apologies. I was offered Pull Aggro enough times that I really should have been able to fix that up. Another alternative is rocking with a Hang instead and then planning for a much longer fight, but I didn't really have the ability to plan for long fights. I do feel like Eradicate and then the removals, that all went pretty well. It was just diagnosing the defense weakness earlier on, as well as realizing how many defense I was removing from the deck. I got a lot of removal opportunities, and I put a lot of them into removing the cards that were defending me, even if they're not the best cards to defend you. The fact that I'm down to one defend, and we haven't even left the second floor, does say that I cut a lot of them. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. I'm gonna go lie down. Didn't want to leave you high and dry for too long. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to recover. I'll be in contact and around. I don't want to high and dry just like disappear and leave y'all. So hi, I'm around. I'm still alive. I'm very fluey at the moment. I will heal up and we'll be all good and back to doing stuff soon. Until then, though, there's stuff on the screen. You know the outro. Can you do it, actually? I'm busy. I want to... If I had a soundboard, I'd do the walking away and then slamming the door and then starting the car and then driving away and then getting to a train intersection and then getting struck by the train and then going